Hi friends, this is Dr. Vinay Kumar. I watch a lot of TV programs, and I love to watch Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, and National Geographic. Not that I don't like any other channels, I do like, but I watch these channels mostly, mainly because it's very informative. I was very scared of snakes, and after watching Animal Planet a lot, I started loving snakes. What a beautiful creatures they are. Very, very, very pretty to look at. And recently there was a program in National Geographic. They showed a program on flowers, wildflowers. And I couldn't believe my eyes. One sort of flowers. It looked very pretty and attractive, but those flowers were attracting the insects to them, and as soon as an insect came and sat on the flower, it just closed its petals. Yes, insect eating flowers, non-vegetarian flowers. The beauty of the flower was really deceiving. The beauty was just to attract the insects towards it, that's all. And I started thinking, aren't there people like that? There are some people who are very deceiving. Deceiving in the sense, usually we say that the face is the index of the mind. What we think can be reflected on our face sometimes. Others will be able to find out what we think inside. But sometimes there are some people, we will not be knowing anything by looking at their faces. It can be deceiving. Okay. And all the things that we look at are not as they are. What I mean is, pretty things can be deceiving also, and vice versa. That reminds me of a story that I read long back. I'll just narrate it to you. Once there was a man who set sail to a far off place. He went on a voyage. Unfortunately, on the way, it was a very bad weather, and because of the shipwreck, he had to jump out of the ship and then swim somewhere else. All the persons who were with him died, and he managed to swim across and then reach the shore. By God's grace, he reached the shore. He was unconscious for some time, and when the consciousness came back to him, he realized that he was not dead. He thanked God, even though initially he cursed God. Now he thanked because he got back his life. So he just got up from there. He didn't have any other things. Nothing was saved from the ship. He was not able to see the ship at all. That had already gone in the water. And so there was no trace of the ship at all. He got up and started walking around just to find out where he was. And it was almost like Robinson Crusoe. He was alone in an island. He found no people there. And luckily he did not find any animals there. And to his surprise, he found a beautiful river passing by and lot of fruits hanging from the beautiful trees. And so he thought that he could survive there on that island. He drank plenty of water from the clean river, and he ate fruits. They were edible fruits, so he was able to eat those fruits. And he started going all around that island to see whether he could find any other persons there. But he was not able to. And so he started living there. He started living there alone in that island. As the days passed, his habits changed. He gets up in the morning, he goes to get some fruits or do something else, do maybe doing exercise or something else, and to find out, or we can say explore that island. Nothing happened. The days passed. The days passed. As the days passed, he thought he should have a shelter there just to live in case it rained or in case any animals attacked him. He thought he should have a shelter. So he went inside that island once again, started collecting big branches of trees and twigs and twine and creepers, all those things, and some leaves, big leaves, and he managed to construct a small shelter for him. And in that island, that was a big thing to do. And he was happy at the end of his work because he has a shelter now. He started living inside. Again, the days passed. Day and night, day and night. Nothing specially had happened. Nothing happened which he wanted to happen. He always prayed to God that a rescue team be sent to him so that he will be able to escape from there. But nothing happened. It was just like the God doesn't answer to his prayers. But again, he kept on praying to God to send a rescue party to him so that he will be able to save his life and get out of that wretched island. As the days passed, one fine day, he got up. It was very boring for him because he had nothing else to do. So he just wandered here and there. He collected some fruits, and after quite some time, he came back to his shelter. And before he reached the shelter, he could see some black smokes going up to the sky. He was very curious. He was very curious about that. So he came very fast to the shelter and he found that the shelter was on fire. There was a fire and smoke was just going up the sky. Immediately he cursed the God. God, what did I do wrong? Why do you punish me like this? I wanted you to send a rescue team to me, and you see what you have done. The only thing that I had, a nice cozy shelter, you have taken away. Are you not merciful? He started asking God all these things. And he didn't know what to do. He started crying. Because he lost his shelter. And so he thought that the God was punishing him. So he didn't know what to do. He just kept on looking at the sea, the waves coming up, coming to the land and then going back. He kept on watching, and suddenly something caught his eyes. He saw a vessel coming in the sea. A small dot, it appeared like a small dot in the distance, started coming towards him, and he realized that that was a ship. And immediately, suddenly he thought that somebody could rescue him, and he removed his shirt, the only shirt that he had, and he started waving at the ship, thinking that someone would see him and then come to save his life. He started waving and waving and waving. And to his happiness, the ship was actually coming towards him. And when it reached near, he just went to the ship and boarded the ship. The captain allowed him to go to the ship. So he got inside and he thanked the captain for the help. And the captain said, "Yes, what happened to you? Why were you alone here? How did you come here?" And he started telling his story, the shipwreck and all the things he started telling. It was days and days and days before that happened. So he started narrating all the story about the shipwreck. And then the captain consoled him, "Don't worry, we are here now. We'll take you back to your house." And then on the way back, this person asked the captain of the ship, "But captain, How did you manage to come off course to my place? Because you had to go somewhere else and this is not your regular course. And how did you manage to divert your course and then come to me to rescue me? Immediately the captain said, yes, we were going some other way, but suddenly we found the smoke coming up from somewhere and we knew that something was wrong. It was just like the smoke signal, a danger signal, an SOS signal. And so we changed the course to come here and luckily we found you. Immediately he did not know what to tell. He was cursing God when he saw his shelter was on fire. And now he realized what God does must be for good. Even though the God burned the shelter, that was also for his good thing only. Just because the shelter was burning, the shelter was on fire, the smoke went up. And just because the smoke went up, this rescue ship was able to see or spot this person to come and then rescue him. And that was God's willing actually. You see, at first sight, this man thought God was punishing him by burning his shelter altogether. But see what happened? God was not punishing him, God was saving him actually. And that's why I told something sometimes can be deceiving. What we see may not be true sometimes. Things that are not as they appear sometimes. We may have to think sometime different. Sometimes something may happen other than what we think. All the things are not as they appear sometimes. Take care of yourself. Kindly subscribe to my channel so that you will be able to see all the videos and you will not be missing anything else. Bye bye. See you in my next video.